So, what's happening all across the United States continues to raise questions. Fortunately, a lot of people are waking up about what is happening and what is showing up in their cities, and the impact is going to be happening on everyday life. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.
What are these massive data centers really for? Because let's be honest, when you see
AI is destroying my city and it's gonna come for yours next. Let me tell you about the most dystopian thing I've heard about this week. And I know it's not like my usual content, but I'm asking you to just get mad with me, just a little bit. Data centers are colonizing Florida and we're letting it happen. They're building data centers in the Everglades. The Everglades. And if you don't know what the Everglades are, I'm just gonna give you a quick little rundown. It's one of the most biodiverse, ecologically critical wetlands on the planet. And we're paving over it so that AI can generate more videos of dancing dogs or six-legged cats. But it gets worse. Of course it does. It's AI. These companies are not just destroying natural ecosystems, which is bad enough already. They're strategically targeting predominantly Black communities, low-income neighborhoods, places that historically do not have the political capital to fight back. Places like Eatonville, right outside of Orlando, where they are nearly done building a massive data center that residents didn't even know was being built until it was too late. And you wanna know what the worst part is? The part that genuinely makes my blood boil? They promised Eatonville residents free Wi-Fi in exchange for this data center to be placed in their city. Like they think they're doing them a favor. That's not benevolence, that's manipulation. That's manufacturing consent by dangling a basic necessity, something that should already be accessible, in front of a community that's been systematically denied resources and then acting like they're the generous ones while they poison the air and drain the water supply. Because let's be clear about what these data centers actually do. They consume obscene amounts of energy. They require millions of gallons of water for cooling, water that could be going to actual people. They degrade the air quality of the surrounding areas. They create almost no job for local communities. They are loud, they're ugly, and they're permanent. I mean, come on, the cost benefit analysis of this is a joke. You're saying free Wi-Fi versus environmental degradation, increased energy costs, and health impacts that will compound over decades. Are we serious? That's not a trade, that's a con. And Florida and our representatives are letting it happen. We're letting them build these monuments to techno-capitalism in our wetlands, in our most vulnerable communities, because they've sold us this lie that AI is inevitable, that progress means letting corporations do whatever they want as long as they promise us scraps. And I'm done being polite about it. This is in my city. We don't hate AI enough. We don't hate what it's doing to our planet, what it's doing to our communities, to our water, to our air. We don't hate it enough. So here's what I need you to do, and especially if you are also a Florida resident. Find out if there are data centers being proposed in your area. Go to your town hall meetings. Go to the virtual town hall meetings. Be the most annoying person in the room. Ask questions. Call your representatives. Demand environmental impact studies. Or just spread awareness. Make them explain why this is worth it. Make them justify sacrificing your community for server farms, because they're counting on us not caring, or they're counting on us being uninformed. They're counting on us being too busy or too tired or too disconnected to notice until it's already built. Don't let them.
This right here is the largest planned AI center slash energy campus in the world, and it will be in Texas. And you will not believe what the stats are related to energy consumption and so forth on this project. All the stats I'm going to discuss is from this document, the Combined Operating Licensing Application for Project Matador, or the Donald J. Trump Advanced Energy and Intelligence Campus. Now this project is going to be over in the Panhandle of Texas by Amarillo, northeast of Amarillo. It's going to be 5,800 acres. When this project is done, it's going to be over 18 million square feet by 2035. It's going to have 4 nuclear facilities, 1 natural gas facility, a massive amount of solar panels, and in addition, BESS units, or battery energy storage systems. Now, to give you an idea of how massive this project is, the project is going to consume around 11 gigawatts of energy per year. That's equivalent to about 10 million homes a year, or 13% of the total power supply in the state of Texas currently. The 4 nuclear power plants, or AP1000s, will generate around 4.4 gigawatts per year, and then the rest of it's going to be fed through the solar panels, the natural gas facilities, and BESS units. And typically the biggest concern is about energy consumption, which this facility is going to generate its own energy, but in addition, the water consumption in the region. The nuclear facility is going to be air-cooled instead of water-cooled, from what I understand, based off this document. So this facility is going to go ahead and consume around 16 million gallons of water a year. Now, is that high? Well, compared to the city of Amarillo, which basically consumes around 16 billion gallons of water a year, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that much. It's in, they have closed loop systems related to water, so they don't consume the water or waste the water like some other AI facilities. One last note, the company that is building this facility is named Fermi, and one of the major owners of this company is ex-Governor Rick Perry and some other billionaires. What are your thoughts?
It takes 5 million gallons of water a day to cool the servers at AI data centers. Happy Black History Month. I am an environmental scientist. Only 8% of environmental scientists are Black. Here I am. On a daily basis, I work on surface water protection. Surface waters are rivers, lakes, streams, and reservoirs. I want us to scale back on the usage of ChatGPT during Black History Month. Because, see, I see this trend going around where everybody wants this cartoon version of themselves and people are giving out the prompt to put into ChatGPT. Let's use less of it this month. AI is the future and AI is not going anywhere, but data centers are being constructed adjacent to Black and brown communities. So this month, I think we should take a step back. So when you enter prompts in the ChatGPT, this month, I want you to think about the Black and brown communities that are adjacent to those data centers and think about the pollution and how the environment around them are affected. Happy Black History Month.
Of America, data centers in Ohio are about to discharge polluted water back into the waterways. And the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, is writing permits to allow them to do it right now. So yes, the EPA is giving permits to several data centers in Ohio to discharge potentially polluted water back into waterways of Ohio. So all the groundwater that the data centers have been using to cool their servers, that now contaminated water will be going back into the streams and waterways of Ohio, and the EPA is granting permits for that. So I guess in some way you're getting your water back. So according to the Ohio EPA, they're drafting permits that let the wastewater flow directly into the lakes and streams. So these will be 5-year permits issued by the Ohio EPA to dump this wastewater back into the rivers and streams of Ohio. There's no guarantee of a sewage treatment plant on site either. They'll just go into whatever water source is nearby to dump it in. Now, citizens have raised concerns, one, about thermal pollution, i.e. hot-ass water going into local waterways, killing or fucking with the wildlife. Chemical potentials for biocides, metals, and other additives. The strain on local bodies of water, especially during droughts, which obviously we've talked about that, then putting the water back in that's fucked up and contaminated potentially. And of course, environmentalist groups are warning of risks to drinking water, recreation, and local ecosystems. So yes, the Ohio EPA is drafting 5-year permits for data centers to be able to dump wastewater into local streams and waterways in Ohio. I mean, it's almost like a demonic entity has entered meat suits that call themselves people and they decided to become politicians because this bullshit is right up that alley. What the fuck is going on here? So you take the water, use it for data centers, and then you give it back contaminated as fuck. And the government of the state and the federal government, of course, is completely allowing this bullshit. Like we didn't know you were going to do that anyway. What the fuck? We knew this was going to happen. And so what does that mean? Are we going to start seeing cancer clusters pop up 15 years from now? Is this going to create some new syndrome? Is Begay-Ho-Bagdasarian syndrome right around the corner? I mean, what the fuck are we going to deal with next? Jesus Christ.
A lot of people don't understand the link between AI and global warming. So remember when computers used to look like this and they had this box? And that box used to get really, really hot. So where did that box go? Well, now it's in things called data centers. So basically that's why we're able to be on our phones without having like a massive thing behind it, because all of the computing goes on in these servers here. So I was an information systems and analytics major in college, and we learned that you actually have to like really attend to these very well, and you have to keep them very cool. And they do that through a variety of different ways by like pumping water through them because it gets so hot in there. So one question to ChatGPT is equal to 10 times the amount of energy that it takes to do one Google query. And this fact kind of made me realize like I need to be more mindful as to what I am asking AI, right? Because I don't need to be asking it my grocery list. Praying for all the people in California, and it's just good to know this stuff because I feel like it's so hard to learn this type of information because it feels so foreign. Like could like talking to an AI cause the energy to be created, right? It doesn't fully feel logical. So I just wanted to explain that if people didn't get it.